always see what God is doing when he's working, but he's always working. You know, sometimes we get caught up in what we can see in terms of like the blessings that we can see, the opportunities that we can see, the doors that open that we can see. But the reality is that we don't always know what he's doing when he goes quiet, when God is silent. There are things he's doing even in those times as well. And the thing is, we often get to see what God does eventually. Like, we'll see what God does and we're like, oh my goodness, God, I can't believe you're doing all this great stuff. Like, we do get to see it eventually. And then we're like, wow, like, because we start to realize that he must have spoken to quite a few people to connect us to an opportunity, whether that opportunity is a career opportunity, it could be a business opportunity, it might be a speaking gig. The thing is, God put those people in our hearts, right? God made them think of us. God made somebody recommend us. God referred us for good. Okay, and that's what God is always doing. He's always working. And usually it's when we can't see it that he's working the most. And usually when he's really silent, you know, something profound is usually about to happen. I think one thing I'll say about breakthroughs and shifts and God moving is we need a lot of that. Like, it's almost like we get one breakthrough, then we need the next. And it's so funny because we often say like, oh Lord, I need a breakthrough. I need something to happen. You need to do something. And funny enough, we say that, then God does something, and then it's like the next day we need it again. What we're looking for is constant moves of God, constant shifts, constant breakthroughs, constant signs that God loves us and cares about us and that he actually is working in our lives. We are not designed to just live life without something profound happening, without there being something that kind of makes sense, without us seeing the rewards, without us seeing the synchronicities, without us seeing like, oh, okay, this makes sense, and like this all worked out, and like hard work paid off, and like I got the breakthrough, and the prayer actually did lead to the blessings coming through. It's very worrisome for us if we are doing certain things, the right things, and then we don't really see the results. It can be very worrisome, and that's why God says, don't be weary of well doing, for we shall reap if we faint not. You know, sometimes we just need to persevere because we're being tested in those times when it's not happening as quickly as we want it to happen. But there's lots of good things happening in the meantime. And yes, there are trials and tribulations. There's also these profoundly wonderful things happening. And we just got to keep expecting the next profound thing to happen.